If you watch the episode, it's bananas. It's like an alternative universe. And it's only
but Whoopi
9 years ago.
Trump started talking about The View and how the ladies used to love him until he got political.
Some of these women, they're so stupid. And Joy, she would, every time she'd see me, I'd be in the theater or something, and she'd, you have to be on the show again. Come on, let's go.
She loved you.
To love me.
That episode where,
By the way, Whoopi,
people should watch that episode just to see what we're talking about. Like I said, we don't want to get a copyright strike, so we're not going to put it up. But if you watch the episode, it's bananas. It's like an alternative universe. And it's only
but Whoopi
9 years ago.
Whoopi loved me.
You. Gives you a hug and a kiss.
And how about that other one, the new one on there, the one from my administration? She writes me a letter, you're the greatest president. She leaves. You know, she worked as an assistant press secretary. I hardly knew her. But she leaves and she writes me this gorgeous letter. What's her name? She was, I don't even know, you know, anyway, she was in the administration. She's on now currently, sits on the far right-hand side, whatever the hell her name is. And she writes a letter, the most beautiful letter. She's quoted in the paper, he was the greatest president, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden she goes to The View. She started hitting the hell out of me. Because they won't hire her unless. I've had many people go on CNN and they call and said, I don't know what to do. They want to pay me a lot, but I have to be negative on you. I said, be negative. That's okay.
Okay, so it is absolutely true that Joy and the rest of the women used to love Barbara Walters, used to love Donald Trump, and they would go to the same parties, and they were all part of the same Upper West Side crew. I used to see a lot of those people when I lived up there. We're going to show you a little bit of that clip that Rogan didn't want to show because of a copyright strike. I'm fairly certain it's fair use. So we'll show you that in just a second. I love the fact that Trump can't remember Alyssa Farah's name. She's the one that's the pet Republican. I'm always talking about they sit her there and they tap her on the head and give her a cookie. And he's exactly right. He just illustrated exactly what I'm always telling you. Why does Alyssa Farah have the job on The View? Is it because she's a good conservative and can fight for her, her beliefs and everything else the way Elizabeth Hasselbeck used to do 10, 15 years ago? Or is it because she's just this neutered anti-Trump nothing who will toe the line? I think you know the answer to that. And Connor, let's see if we get a copyright strike on this one.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to. Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
Yeah, so he was on, and Barbara Walters was happy to say that they were friends, and there's other videos even before that with him playing around with Joy and the rest of it. So what happened? Is it that they suddenly think that this man, who is a real estate mogul in New York, who's around all sorts of people, always doing good things in New York, by the way, and building things and helping out with the Central Park ice skating rink when nobody else could build it, and like all of this stuff, that he suddenly magically became a Nazi or something? Of course, the answer is not.